In the corner of a quiet city street, there was a small bakery that most people passed without noticing. The sign outside had faded, the windows were old, and the smell of fresh bread was the only thing that still drew people in. The owner, Mira, had been running it for almost 20 years. She wasn't rich or famous or even particularly known, but she loved her little bakery. It was her world. Every morning, before the sun came up, she would unlock the door, tie her apron, and start kneading dough, humming old songs her mother used to sing. It wasn't a big business, but it was honest work. She had a few regulars, an old man who always asked for one plain roll, a young mother who came with her son before school, and a man who sat in the corner every morning, always ordering the same thing, a cup of coffee and nothing else. He never spoke much. Sometimes he'd nod or smile faintly. Sometimes he'd just stare out the window for hours. Mira used to call him the quiet one. One winter morning, the light above the bakery door went out. It wasn't much, just a small bulb that had been there since her husband installed it years ago. She didn't think much of it, but somehow, without that light, the place felt colder. She told herself she'd fix it next week. But weeks passed. Sales started to drop. Fewer people stopped by in the evenings. And slowly, Mira began to wonder if it was time to close the bakery for good. Then one rainy night, as she was cleaning up, she noticed the quiet man still sitting by the window. The chairs were stacked, the lights dimmed, but he didn't move. She walked over and said softly, "We're closing now." He nodded, stood up, and hesitated for a moment. Then he reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a small light bulb. "I noticed your sign's been dark for a while," he said quietly. "I can fix it." Mira blinked, surprised. "You don't have to." But he was already on a chair, carefully twisting the bulb into place. A warm yellow glow filled the room again. When he stepped down, he said, "There. Looks alive again." Before she could thank him, he smiled politely and left. The next morning, the light was still glowing. And somehow, people started coming again. Maybe it was coincidence, maybe not. But that single warm light seemed to pull people in like a small sunrise in the dark. The bakery got busier, and Mira felt alive again. She never saw the quiet man after that night, but she never forgot him either. A few months later, a young woman came into the bakery holding a newspaper. She looked around, smiling softly. "Did you know him?" she asked, pointing to a small photo on the page. It was the quiet man. Mira froze. "Yes. He used to come here every morning." The young woman nodded. "He was my father." Mira's voice dropped. "Was?" The woman smiled sadly. "He passed away a few months ago. He was an electrician, always fixing things for people, even when they couldn't pay him. Said helping made him feel less lonely." Mira's eyes watered. "He fixed my light the night before he died." The woman looked down at the bread counter, then back up, whispering, "He'd be happy to know it's still shining." That evening, when the bakery closed, Mira stepped outside. The air was cool, the streets quiet. She looked up at the glowing sign above her door and smiled. It wasn't just a light anymore. It was a memory. A reminder that sometimes, the smallest things we do, things we think no one will notice, become the light that keeps someone else going. Years later, when Mira finally retired, the town decided to keep the bakery open under a new name. They called it the Light Bakery, and every night before closing, the new owner made sure that light stayed on, no matter what. You never really know the weight of your smallest actions. A word, a smile, or a simple act of kindness might seem like nothing to you. But to someone else, it can mean everything. Because sometimes, the light you fix for others is the one that keeps you alive too.